What's up, everybody? Ladies and gentlemen, we got our special guest, man. This guy has been a journeyman in college football, but had one of his best seasons. Please welcome Abilene Christian running back Sam Hicks, man. How's
Yes,
it
sir.
going, bro?
Thank you. How you doing, man?
Doing well, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Man,
man. Tell
appreciate you having me. Appreciate you
oh,
having me.
anytime, dude. Please tell
Yes,
people who
sir.
you are, man.
Like you said before, my name is Sam Hicks. From Abilene Christian. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas. Texas guy, Fort Worth guy. You know, 817 to all the people that's from there. I'm a running back, kick return, slash slot guy. You know, so I do special teams, all that. So that's a little bit about me. You know.
Well, yeah, you seem like the kind of guy that has all that versatility, the weapon kind of guy. But
Yes, sir.
speaking of your early years, what got you into football?
Oh man, what got me to football? I want to be honest. Like I was always like a sports type of kid, cause my dad, I had my brother play baseball. So I've always had baseball, basketball, football, and track under my belt. Um, what else? My first word was ball. It wasn't papa, dad, or mom, none of that. It was ball because I think at a young age, I was told this. My sister or whoever gave me a little basketball. I was like ball, ball. I was like, oh my god, sounds like his first word because they used to have a basketball go right here. Like I just play with it, shoot the ball and then try to get in there and stuff like that. So I always play sports and I always have cousins that played football. Like my cousin Eric Green, he went to TCU, played football. Then Champ Flemings, who played at Oregon State with Arkansas State, played football. So I have like a huge family. It's like a tradition almost. We play football, especially in Texas, man. You know,
Pretty big, yeah.
yeah, it's like it's a religion. Is what people say. It's a mecca down here. Football. So
Yeah, they take it
yes, sir.
very serious over there.
Oh
Like,
no, yes, most definitely. It's serious. I started playing football. I was 3.
yeah, like most of the high schools I've seen around in Texas, like they're usually like as big as a JUCO college almost.
Yes. Oh, you talking about schools like Allen and Mesquite. I know exactly what
Yeah,
you're talking about. Them
yeah,
schools
dude.
are big. Like their facilities are big, especially they game like their stadiums. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
had to be pretty interesting. So, was there like other positions that you played besides running back?
I did receiver. So how to start it off? I played running back from like age 3 to 16, and then 17 I started receiver when I went to Nolan Catholic. When I was transferred from Mansfield Timberview, I played running back. I was on varsity as a running back as a sophomore. Then I went to Nolan Catholic, which was a private school TAPS. When they call it, I have learned this too. Side note, I've learned this that Nolan Catholic was their glory days for TAPS. That's why everybody had. That's why all private schools was jumping, had they guys like Jalen Robinson, Brian Williams, Marquise Beeson, Austin Skarner, guys like that. Verdale, these guys was power school was the powerhouse in that little era. I went to Nolan Catholic, and that's when with Nana, Chance Cover, just to name a few names, and I played receiver. They moved me from running back to receiver just to get myself on the field. Um, and I was a natural at that.
Oh,
So I got recruited as a receiver, going to college. Then went to D2, and then I transferred went to Saddleback College as a receiver. Where I made all conference at that JUCO Cali level. I was all conference, and then that's why I got recruited to Central Michigan. Then the Central Michigan then transitioned me back to running back. So it was like a full cycle.
full cycle, kind of
A
like
full cycle.
yeah, but since you talked about how you were playing receiver, also it does kind of have a natural, and it does translate pretty well because I think you had
Yes,
about
sir.
400 yards receiving last year too.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you're like a
yeah.
receiving back. You kind of have that. You kind of had that trait like Isaac Arendo has. Like Arendo was a receiver natural also, and he was a running
Hmm.
back. But you're just an
Yeah.
underside. You kind of gave me a little bit of the Matt Breda kind of hype a little bit, just because you're the smaller
Just
guy, but
because.
you got that. You probably have that good elusiveness and
Yeah,
all that.
yeah. I remember him too. Yep. That's an OG you name right there.
I
That's an
mean,
OG.
yeah, I'm pretty sure from that kind of guy, you kind of play with a heart out there, and then you have the versatility to even do special teams too. So that could be a huge.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Hard on size.
yeah, most definitely. But you've been around college for quite a while, huh? So since
Yes,
the
sir.
COVID year, right?
Yeah, COVID hit. That's when like my life changed, to be honest. So
Yeah. So what was the journeys like from JUCO to Central Michigan, man, before you got to Abilene Christian?
from what I was in Cali, you know what I'm saying? Cali was, great climate, trees, the ocean's right there, literally 30 minutes, like walking. You can literally walk to it if you really want to. But when I got to Michigan, it was like almost, I won't say it was a culture shock, but it was a little bit close to that. Like I had to really adjust because it was very cold and we was at Mount Pleasant at that. It was at Mount Pleasant, Michigan, which is like a little town, the completely opposite where I was before. It was almost like Abilene, but Abilene's bigger, but it's like just contracted a little bit smaller, you know. Um, the program it was like a Nick Saban program because Coach Mack at the time was the head coach, and how he wanted his culture, how he wanted his program was like Bama. He came from Bama. He coached under Nick Saban, and he wanted like this discipline, And coming from a JUCO guy, you know how some majority of JUCO guys are a little bit chaotic. I won't say chaotic. I say
A little bit
passionate.
more trash talking, right?
Yeah, over passionate. I remember
Yeah.
my first practice, like this was in the summer too, 101. I'm not gonna make a name for myself, right? I had a corner route, stemmed in,
Out there, they pass
stacked
on
it.
you in college, right?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, these D1 guys, they got an offer from straight out of high school. I'm for to show who I am. I had a corner route 101. I remember like this because it was a guy talking smack. He was already talking. Oh, this. I'm like, okay, I ain't gonna say nothing. Wait to the field. Like, I'm the type of guy not to gonna say. I'm not gonna say nothing out the field, but I will say something on the field, right? Because I like the energy. That's where I was born from. That's why I played in JUCO. That's how you get out the mud, right? So
Yeah.
I stemmed in, stacked them 1-2 to the cut to the corner, threw the ball right over his head. I reached over and caught it. Everybody was like, "Ooh!" I'm like, "Yeah, I do it. This my, I do this." Blah 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 blah. Coach Matt Hicksy. He called me Hicksy with a Y at the. I don't know why. That's just how he do. He called me over. He was just like, "Hey, listen, man. We don't do that stuff over here. Um, cut that out. This not JUCO. And since then I understood what type of program it was, and I had to really adjust to that. And throughout that whole experience, I was thankful because I learned myself. I learned to control my emotions passionately because I was never an attitude guy. I was very passionate because in JUCO, that's how you eat. You know
They
what I'm
feed off of
saying?
that energy a little
Yeah,
different
yeah. You know what I'm
because
saying?
the
You
maturity level is different.
mm-hmm,
Like when you go to JUCO, you're kind of like feeling like you've been passed on or you've just been disrespected.
mm-hmm.
You have more to
Yeah.
prove. You have a lot to prove out
It's a
there, and
dog
then
dog world. It's a dog
yeah,
dog. It's a jungle, especially in Cali, Zuko. There's no offers. You living with people. It's like 5 people to an apartment. No
uh,
offers. It's a dog dog world. You got to eat. You eat or be eaten,
uh,
literally.
so between those environments, since you grew up in Texas, what was better, California or Michigan?
Like the environments.
The environment that you
Oh,
enjoyed the
Cali
most.
for sure, by
Oh.
far. Cali, yeah.
So what Cali JUCO did you go to?
I went to Saddleback College.
Oh, okay. I don't know if you guys played Fresno City College, man, but did you guys?
Oh no, we didn't because they up north. They up north. We played
Yeah.
guys, so we was SoCal, and we
Oh,
played guys
SoCal.
like Fullerton, Golden West, what's Mount Sac? They call themselves the Sac Dogs, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, who else we played? Mount Ventura. They was pretty. They always good. All them teams we played was always good. Golden West was iffy, but they was pretty good that year as well.
Even
So
Cerrito, right?
we did not play Cerritos, but they was dogs too.
They
They
were
was
the
top
top ones.
dog too. Yep.
Yeah.
It was a lot of schools good. A
Yeah.
lot of
A lot of
dogs came
those.
from that school, So
Yeah. A lot of those JUCOs are pretty interesting at times, but yeah, because like you said, you have to share it roommates because you don't have a dorm or nothing. You probably have to share rooms with
mm-hmm.
those guys because you're coming from out of state and all that stuff. But
Yep.
Oh, I like this question actually from Papa J. Like since you kind of like understand the special team stuff, right? Like, do you kind of understand
Mhm.
how the rules are with the NFL special team rules that you might be able to feel like you have the
Um,
advantage on?
I looked into it just a little bit. I know that you can't kick it till he catches it, right? Am I right about that? And then
Something like that.
they on the 30. I think that's kind of I'll be honest, that's the advantage for the off like for the
Yeah,
receiving
especially
team
with your
for the
natural
kickoff
ability.
return. Yeah, because if we be honest, it's a little bit harder because now you got people running 60 yards downfield. They gain speed, gaining momentum. It's harder for the blockers to pick up blocks. So you got to come up with schemes to push them out, all types of things, and they might not be able to get it. So now you got to make a couple guys miss and still maneuver through that. So therefore, I like the new rules, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I like that.
it should give you more an advantage since you do have
Oh
that
yeah.
contribute on special teams and all
Hmm.
the other traits. So,
Absolutely.
so was there any NFL teams you met with before?
Yes. I met with the Cowboys. I interviewed with the Cowboys, Raiders, Lions, Saints.
Also, those three
Those,
teams.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, you're under the radar, man. So we'll see what happens. But it'd probably be nice for you to play close to home at least. You know, be
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Especially work with Turpin. Like Turpin's a Texas
oh yeah,
guy.
he's
And I
another
remember
guy.
he played with my cousin. He played with Eric Green back at TCU.
Okay,
They
so
did they cut out?
no, it's all good. It was just a
Okay.
little.
Oh,
Yeah, you're good.
yeah, no, yeah, he played with Eric Green back at TCU, so I think that it'd be good to work with him and like learn the game because he was an underdog just like me, and he worked his way up, and now he's playing. So I would love to work with him under him,
Yeah, just imagine, just like, was that your favorite team growing up, like watching, or was it a different?
Doom, it was between Doom and Kansas City. Cause I remember Kansas City, that was red. I just like the favorite color red,
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah, I like Jamal Charles as a running back too. But I always loved the Cowboys because that was a hometown team.
Yeah, and it wouldn't
Always
be too far for you. It would be
no,
right.
right
It would just
right
be
down
right
the
down the
street.
corner, right?
Yeah, right down the street.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be too far for you to go, but I guess anything can happen. Like wherever you go is probably where you is probably like more
Absolutely,
appreciated.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and like you said, Turpin is probably one of the most underrated players. Like he's even a solid. He can be an okay receiver, but as a returner, this guy can change games.
Oh yeah, he can change the game, man. He's so fast and so twisty. He's a dog.
Oh, so yeah. Oh, so since you were talking about the Chiefs, man, a little bit, like Priest Holmes was that guy too, man. Like I never
Yeah,
watched.
man. Yeah, he was a dog too. Man,
Yeah,
they had a lot of dogs back in the day, dude.
at RBs that you could just like they had other guys at running back who you would think, oh shoot, they're good. Like
Yeah,
yeah,
I will say that Kansas City is very consistent throughout the years for the running back position. Like back
yeah,
then all the way to now.
yeah.
Like it's crazy.
Even even with their Super Bowl run, they still have some solid running backs, but
Yeah,
still,
absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
but a lot of them had like just record breakings, like Larry Johnson and Priest Holmes, but then Jamal Charles wasn't a drop off, and then you went from different running backs where it wasn't quite a drop off at all. So it's like,
Hmm.
but like like when since you have like the jersey, like okay, this one's a good one. If you have a choice to have one jersey number throughout your whole career, what would it be and why?
That's a good question. I'll probably say number six. I'll say number six because it's in my name, Hicks for six. That's a nickname people gave me. And I feel like with that number, I won't say give me good luck. That number has a meaning and makes me play harder because it's for myself. Like I said, I'm not a big name guy. I've always been an underdog. So that number gives me more confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
more confidence to play against guys. And it's just a nick. It really goes with the nickname. I love it. I love it. It was my favorite number was Screen, but six really stuck to me and rubbed off on me for sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, like if you think of six, you think of like you score six. That's another good one.
Exactly. And my last name rhymes with it. That's why people
Yeah.
came up Hicks for six. So
Hicks for six. So was that a football nickname you had, or was it a different nickname that you got?
that was the nickname they gave me so in high school. And
Oh,
when you they just rose over the point. It started small in the city, and then it branched out more and more. The more I started making plays, now everybody in the city know. If you say Hicks for six, they gonna name me that. But it was a Hicks for six before me. Named Cal Hicks, who played at TCU. The running back Cal Hicks. He played in Martin. He was a dog. They called him Cadillac though, but they say, yeah, you good just like him. And I feel like that name has respect and representation to it because everybody who had that name before me was ballers. So it's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna step up to it. I'm gonna step up to the plate, and do the same thing and even harder.
yeah. Like like when I think of that word, when you put the six, I would think the Sixth Sense or something, but instead the six Hicks.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's cool,
You
man.
going for the six right there, or something like that, or But there's
Yeah,
like it's just like something to go with it. Pretty cool. But the
yes,
NFL has
sir.
kind of allowed those numbers now. Before it was just college and high school that would have that.
Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely, yeah.
Mm. So why should NFL teams draft you, man? Because from looking at it, man, you're under the radar, and I'm pretty sure a
hmm
team will look at you and take a chance on you, man. But why would they want to take a chance on you?
First, because I have character integrity, right, off the field things. Two, it's all about my work ethic. I came through so much adversity, so much adversity. I have a story to tell, and I'm here all because of God. All glory to God because I'm here, and I'm here to put in work. Don't matter. I care about the details. It's all about the details. That's what the details got me here, and that's why I learned that Central Michigan is about details, the importance of details. Because as you call, you was just playing. Now you D1, you got no understanding of the pointers of every little detail in the play, on why you doing this play, and so forth. And then special teams, I'm a special teams guy as well. I return, I go give me a tackle on kickoff. It don't matter. I go give me a tackle on gunner. It don't matter. I'm here to play hard, be an impact for the team in any kind of way. And even at the position specifically, I can run the ball. I'm versatile. I can do in the slot. I showed that in Tropical Bowl and College Ground Showcase as well. So I can catch out the backfield. I'm a jack of all trades, is what you call it.
Jack of all trades, you're an all-purpose. I mean, you
hmm
can return kicks and all that stuff. You're a natural wide receiver when you catch
Yes,
the ball
sir.
at the backfield because
And and the biggest thing on that, and to prove that I showed the nation that I was all purpose, all American. So that showed it that I'm a jack of all trades. I wasn't just saying that.
So when did you knew you were gonna like? When did you knew one day you thought, hey, you know what? I'm gonna make it to the NFL one day.
Oh, it's been like that since I was little.
So it was on your mind, like how some kids grow up, they're like saying, one day I'll make it, and some people might have just had some little doubts, like, oh, sure you do, Did that
hmm
motivate you, or did it
Oh
actually just?
yeah. Oh, Master Lou. You know how many people told me? Oh yeah,
I hear
sure.
that.
Man, it was a teacher in fifth grade. So you know how low the percentage is, or make it to the NFL. I'm like, bro, I don't care. Like I'm doing it. In my mind, I was little at the time. I was in fifth grade. I was like, man, I'm one of the best here at the school. And like I was so confident, like, bro, line me up against anybody at the age. Like, and I see my cousin make it to the league, and he was balling. The first time I see him ball against Kansas State, and he made it to the league, I'm like, man, I could do this. It's in my blood. Like that was just more of confirmation that I could really do this. But I've been wanting to be in the NFL since I was little. Since I
Yeah.
was little, it was in my heart, in my soul that I wanted to do that.
Yeah, there's always kind of little stories where some people kind of just write you off and say, I don't think you
Yeah,
are. Yeah,
yeah, no. Even my coaches in high school told me that.
yeah. And it can either fuel you or it can either down you, one of the two.
Yeah, one or
But,
two.
but you are what you're at, man. So you have an opportunity
I
to
have it. That's all I need is an opportunity.
present itself, man.
Yes, sir.
Like for a great example, man, Matt
hmm
Breda. this guy was like the small guy, but he came into the league as an
Mm-hmm.
undrafted and made the most of his opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And the more I watch your tape, I'm like thinking this guy kind of has a little bit of Matt Brady in his game a little bit. Like you
Mm-hmm.
can catch off the backfield just like he does, and you can run through the holes, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah. Your best game, like from watching it do against Utah Tech, bro, you averaged 12 yards a carry, bro. Like,
No, yeah, that's
literally.
crazy.
No
You
joke.
know, that was a good game, but I think my best game, in my opinion, was against North Dakota State
Okay. Why was that the good game?
because you gotta think about it. North Dakota State, they won a whole FCS, right? But
Mhm.
we going to their territory. They have never had a long run broken their stadium since they've been D1 in history.
They're like the
And
Alabama of that
they
conference.
are the Alabama of FCS. And
Yep.
they strive off for discipline. They don't let none of that go. And I owe this to my lineman as well. If it wasn't for my lineman, I wouldn't be able to do it. But that was my best game because I broke a 90-yard against some guys.
Oh
And I
yeah.
had 146 or 156 yards with 2 touchdowns. We literally dominated them guys in the run game. I
Oh yeah.
think that was the best game because it was just a high level opponent. It was just as good, just as high in the production as well.
Well, I mean, so outside of Utah Tech, you had your best against North Dakota where you had that 90-yard run. I was just like doing my due diligence, watching a lot of it, and I'm like, damn, this guy could be something special right here. I mean,
Yes,
all you
sir.
needed was an opportunity, man. You got the most of your opportunity for your final senior year, you know? So that
Yes,
shows that
sir. That's
you
all it
are,
takes is 1 year.
yeah, one
All it takes is
opportunity.
1 year.
Yeah, and I guess Terradone agrees with you. This was a juggernaut type of competition that you guys competed
Man,
with.
they are a juggernaut. They are a juggernaut, man. Offense and defense.
Yeah, especially some of their offensive line and some of their skill players, they're pretty good. So,
Yeah.
is there something you can be focusing on yourself on off-season workouts?
I say just keep doing because I always cover everything. I cover quickness, speed, strength. I say probably the most is the strength because I'm a little guy. I know they're gonna want to bull rush me a lot. I know they're going to bull rush, so I will be focused on strength more. But speed and quickness for sure, always. And catching the ball, I got a jug machine. I got a receiver trainer that gets me right, and I'll be focusing on every aspect, that I see fit in myself.
Oh yeah, that's definitely good. So, what are you outside of football, man?
Me, oh man, as you see, I got a little computer set up, so I'll be playing the game.
Oh, gaming guy.
Yeah, I'll be playing game. I like clothing too. I like to vintage shop. I like to go vintage shops, grab some thrifts, like cause there'll be some good shirts for the low, like
Good
twenty
brand,
five
right?
dollars. Good man, good collar shirt, got the tag on the back, and I'll be putting clothes on, taking pictures in it, cause I like to I like I would say if I weren't for like sports outside, I want to be like a model, but I just love take put on. I like fashion. I like fashion, taking pictures in them and just posting them. That's a little hobby because it takes time. It's time consuming. It keeps you out of trouble. I go back home, play the game. I watch anime. Man,
Um,
yeah.
so since you're kind of a gaming person, since my friend Tommy wanted to throw this reference, because which it's pretty common, would you do a Call of Duty with Kyler Murray? like,
Man, I
like,
probably get murked at Call of Duty because I ain't played that game in so long because I be so locked in on EA Sports. I
yeah.
be so locked in on EA Sports like NCAA, Madden. It was one time I was ranked high in Madden for like a couple months, and then I just they did an update with the Ravens, and then I started losing. I'm like, dang,
A lot of stuff changes over with the technology stuff, but yeah.
yeah.
Oh, speaking of sports movies, what's your favorite, man? Like,
Oh, Friday Night Lights, easily.
ooh, yeah, Booby Miles,
Friday,
right?
yep, Friday night.
Okay.
I was watching that with my mom. I was little, and she put me on that. My mom put me onto that. You
Oh,
know, yes
maybe
sir.
she had the good taste of one day you would be like one of those stars, you know?
Yes, sir. She always did. She was always in the back to supporting me. And like, put him in, watch. And then I remember eighth grade, she's like, put him in, watch. And then the
Opportunity,
coach
man.
opportunity. The coach put me out, score. He looked at my mom like this. She's like, I told you. She's like, I told you. Ever since then, I started playing more and more and being an impact for that eighth grade team, So I was a
Yeah.
little guy.
Yeah, little guy, but they overlooked you. But then once they saw you
Yeah,
play, man, they had to let you go out there.
yeah.
So
They had to let me go.
I mean, you went from JUCO all the way from Central Michigan, and you went to Abilene Christian. It had to be a long, rough journey, man, just to
Hmm.
get to the dream you want.
Yep, yep.
When I think of underdog stories like sports stories, I always think of Rudy, man. Rudy's just that one guy that everybody just
Rudy
didn't
was an
want to give a
honor,
chance.
one of the biggest underdogs ever.
Yeah, never got a chance, but he actually got a chance to live out a dream that most people wouldn't be able to do. So
Hmm.
I guess making that one sack on Notre Dame is better. It's better than nothing.
Yep, yep.
I mean, so like when you think about it, man, like when you look at past players from the NFL, you think of guys like Darren Sproul who were pretty much undersized but made up for it and played the game at the highest level, even as a
Yeah.
returner or even as a runner. Like, did you ever model your game after him or some other running backs?
Um, I'm on my game off of backs who received a lot. So I did Chris McCaffrey, Kyle, Alvin Kamara, and even a running back. And today now, which is Jameer Gibbs.
Oh yeah, Gibbs is there. Yeah.
Yeah, and even in college, it was a guy named Taven Austin. I modeled
Ooh,
him.
Taven Austin was something
I
else. Like
modeled him
aura.
so much. I'm like, bro, I modeled his cuts, how he cut. You know what I'm saying? Even the Anthony
Oh, yeah.
Thomas, them guys. But for sure in the NFL, Alvin Kamara by far because he was one of the first to do it to receive, and then it was Chris McCaffrey. Then Jamil Gibbs got to the Detroit Lions and did the same thing. So those are guys I really model my game after.
Oh, those are good ones to look up to. There was original running backs who paved the way for all-purpose, all-purpose running backs. Like people
Yeah,
just don't look at running backs as an all-purpose back in the day, but in today's NFL, running
they
backs
do
got to do it
now.
all. They got to do it
They
all.
do now. They doing it now. So I'm
Yeah,
so happy. I'm in a and Taven Austin was before his time. Taven
yeah, he
Austin was
was before
definitely
his
before
time.
his time.
Imagine what he could have been. Maybe he could have been what Tyreek Hill was, or something else.
Man, he will be in all that like a little like a small Debo. Debo a
Small
small
Debo. Oh,
Debo.
now we're going with Debo, man. Like this guy's been kind of like an all-around weapon, but
Literally, man.
so, okay, so let's throw in some rapid fire questions. Just throw in
Yes, sir.
some like random questions. So let's say for what's the most pet peeve for you when it comes to playing football? Like what kind of what gets on your gear a little bit?
Pet peeve, I say, hmm, I never really thought of that's a good question, man. That's a real good. I never really thought of it because I love the game. I never really got annoyed. I'll probably say based off all the opponents we played, I just probably say the fronts be so annoying how they use they how the defenses use their fronts and have across it. The most annoying one when we was playing North Dakota State, I think it was North Dakota State or NAU, one of them, because they both did it. They had two guys on the outside, but one was a fake. One they was mugging on the outside, but it was fake. One was fake and one was gonna come. So one would act like he will come and then go back while at the same time one was coming. That was annoying because you had to react fast and you have to get one of them because you don't know who it is, right? But we in practice we kind of had an idea who it might be. Okay, it could be 31 or so, it could be 28, So me and Matt was like, you see him? Like, yeah, I see him. Both right there. And we had one in the middle coming down. It was all our blitz. One came back, I'm like, oh, one came like from the outside. Luckily, I'm put my arm like I'm kind of shoving to the side from my armor. That's for Matt to get that pass up. That's a little bit, but it wasn't perfect. That was probably the most annoying. Like defensive coaches know how to scheme things because
They can get you a little
they
off, a
get a
little
little creative. Yeah,
yeah, like off sync type of plays where they can just blitz you out of nowhere or do something like ooh, I like this question since you kind of like threw it out there. Are you a smack talker killer or a quiet assassin?
both,
Oh, both? Okay.
both. Like
Explain why you would say both.
sometimes it depends on how I feel. North Dakota State, I never say anything. I didn't really talk. Tarleton State, I didn't really talk. That was a big game. I feel like more big games, I don't talk. I'm just quiet. I just ball out. I just real quiet. I just ball out. I let my talent talk. But I guess like EKU, that was a real good team. I say the only time I was talking because they talked something to me. Now, okay, bet. Or if
Feed
I
off
made
the
a
energy a little bit.
yeah,
Okay.
or I made a big play. Let's say like it depends on the play too, because if I'm on the sideline, I sit by boom boom. I was struggling and he fall down. I look at him, I start talking. I start talking.
Well, so was it kind of like one of those trash talks where they make a tackle on you and say something like, "Hey, you ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna
I'll be
take you
like,
down."
I just nod, I just nod, or they get like disrespectful. I'm like, okay, bet. I'm
Or,
finna show you
or,
now.
or
I,
hey, I got you. I'm gonna get you for like that.
yeah,
That kind
yeah,
of
something like that. I'll be like, bro, you lame. Like, then
stuff.
I make a play. I'm like, what? Like, I do this. Like,
No.
I remember NAU,
So
NAU,
so
dude.
so like outside of football, what kind of other sports are you interested or other type of stuff that you like watching?
I was interested a little bit of basketball.
Okay.
I mean, I was interested in baseball, track as well. I started taking track seriously in college, like after high school.
Maybe that's why your speed's pretty quick.
I started taking more seriously after high school. In high school I just worry about baseball and football, But I say those are sports I really took in this. I really liked outside of football.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
a lot of the skills can translate like how you did in baseball. You kind of like did better on your angles, on your runs better, like kind of like how they were
Mhm.
supposed to run and slide a little bit.
Yeah.
But when it comes to track, you just have to have the good speed like you're supposed to have.
Mhm.
So I'm guessing you probably run like a 4.3, right? Or maybe 4.4.
4-4, 4-4 for sure. Yes, sir. Four
Oh, that's
four.
solid. That's solid.
Yes,
That's
sir.
quick. I mean, that's
Yes, sir.
game speed for you, so it seems like a natural from your competition.
Yes, sir.
But okay, so another one. So what's your favorite food, bro? Like what's your go-to food like you like?
Pasta,
Pasta. Like what pasta? Like pasta
chicken
Alfredo?
parmesan,
Parmesan? Okay.
chicken parmesan. Chicken. UK mess up chicken parmesan. It gonna get better.
Uh,
And I'm a wing guy, even though like it's killing me right now because I'm in a pre-draft mode. I'm in pre-draft mode, combine mode, pro day mode. I ain't touched a wing yet. I'm telling you, after pro day, I'm getting me some wing stop or something. I don't know. I'm
you
getting some
can't go
wing.
wrong with it, man. But
You can't.
okay, since you've been around California and you from Texas, what would you rather have? A water burger or an In-N-Out burger?
Whataburger. I had this
Ah,
like I had this.
I had
I
it
had this.
once. It was
Don't get me wrong.
okay.
Don't get me wrong. It is out decent. It's
All
because their
right.
burgers are so fresh, and I've heard, yeah, In and Out burgers are very fresh. I give you that, but
Water
In and
burgers are all
Out
right.
fries are trash.
Oh yeah, they are. I agree. They are trash. It's salty the way they make the material, but the one thing about Whataburger that I'll admit is the sweet tea's good. Their burgers are pretty nice and big,
Mhm.
and
And their fries the best.
fries is bomb. I ain't gonna lie. So the only thing I like about In-N-Out is the burger is fresh. That's all.
Yeah. The burger's fresh, good and fresh. I like that.
Oh yeah, no, you gotta have it, Tommy, bro. If you ever been down there, because I got family down South Texas, because I came from there, so it's
Yeah,
like
don't get the regular Whataburger. That's what people mess up. Don't get the regular Whataburger. Get the sweet spicy bacon. Like get one of the specialized burgers. That's
oh
when people
yeah,
mess up. Like you got the patty melt, sweet and spicy bacon burger, something like that in that
yeah.
in
I
the
tried
area.
the bacon cheeseburger one, which was like, dude, that one got me so full.
Yeah, they
It's
get you
that
full for
big.
sure.
It's
Yeah,
that
they
big.
get you full. I ain't having too much, but it gets you full for
Yeah.
sure. Yes,
So
sir.
okay, so I'm pretty sure you're pretty big on Mexican food, right? So if you had to compare between the
Cali
Tex-Mex,
Mexican food. Cali Mexican food.
so see, you already so why does California Mexican food is better than Texas
Cause
Mexican?
they right by the ocean. It's very fresh. It's so fresh, and we got Tex-Mex, which is like
It's all right.
yeah, but they got the carne asada with it, all types of
We
stuff.
got the same thing, but it's probably a little better, I guess.
It's probably a little better because they right by the ocean. They right by the ocean with all the fish and stuff. They right by we both by Mexico, of course, but I don't know. They Mexican food is way more fresher. I can't explain it. It's pretty good.
Oh, so hey man, just like see that's part of the rapid fire. I had to throw that out there since you kind of have the environment. So see, that's how we get to know about you, man. Like you like to play little games, you're a little designer, and hey, everything that comes to fruition, man. Just hopefully you reach your dream and be able to
Yes, sir.
reach that journey, man. But let's see if there's a couple more questions. But yeah, dude, like you can't go wrong with Whataburger. I ain't gonna lie, the bacon cheeseburger I had was pretty good, but it was pretty big. Couldn't get
Yeah,
that
yeah.
next one.
It's
So
big burger. Yep.
yeah, yeah, Tex-Mex is, it's like it's all right, It's kind of like how you said, but the difference is California just has a little bit more different than most other Mexican food.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And I know there's a lot going on with the Super Bowl and all that other stuff. So who would you pick for that matchup?
Eagles.
Eagles?
Yeah.
Are you kind of rooting for Saquon Barkley or what?
Jalen Hurts, man.
Oh,
Jalen
Hurts? Okay.
Hurts. Jalen Hurts. He deserved one. He deserved one.
Okay.
Hey, I don't want the Kansas City to win because Taylor Swift. I'm sorry. I gotta say,
Dude.
I don't want to see her. I had to deal with seeing Taylor
No more
Swift
Taylor
for a
Swift.
whole month on Twitter. I don't want to see it again. Like
they screwed us over, but
man, you know what's annoying? Every time Travis Kelce make a play, they showed a clip of Taylor Swift and Ice Spice. Like for one, why is Ice Spice there? They showed them a clip of them celebrating. I'm like, bro, this is the most annoying thing ever. So I want the Eagles to win because I think Saquon deserves it. I think Jalen Hurts the most of all deserves it. So
I mean, anybody but Kansas City Police. I mean, that's what I'm.
Anybody. It could have been a Ravens or somebody in there. The Bills.
But they just couldn't.
Pat Mahomes had to find a way to back in there, But shout out to him. He a Texas guy. Can't tap too much smack on him.
Oh yeah, you don't want to.
Jalen Hurts a Texas guy too, though.
So okay, so I guess we cover all those questions right there. So
yes, sir.
I think we got everything we need over here. But yeah, dude, it's been a lot of fun.
Yes, sir,
let's see if I
man.
can get a couple more extra questions. Maybe some of them can throw extra. Since your favorite drink, man. Like, what's your go-to drink, man?
Before all this, before pre-draft, I say tea or lemonade.
Oh, you can't go wrong with it. Like, is it sweet tea or just flavor kind of tea, or which one?
Sweet tea or the southern sweet tea or lemonade. Can't go wrong in
So,
those.
So if you had to choose between the McDonald's sweet tea and the Whataburger sweet tea, which one would you get?
Oh, you just got me with that one.
I know
I'm gonna get Whataburger. I'm gonna give it to Whataburger. I'm gonna get
Popeye sweet tea.
Yeah, no. I haven't had. I don't eat McDonald's no more, but they got their sweet tea beyond it. Matter of fact, you probably don't even know. Golden Six sweet tea is probably better than both of those.
Okay.
So, Golden Six sweet tea is pretty good.
Yeah,
but I drink a lot of water. I don't even drink. Yeah. I hardly drink tea or lemonade now because I drink a lot of water now. Water is the best thing.
It keeps your endurance. It keeps your body.
Yeah. Because I took exercise science, and that's what my degree in. So water is the most important thing we need because 70% of our body is water. So,
so if there's an option, let's say hypothetically it doesn't work out. Do you have a backup plan in case it doesn't work out?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. I got my degree in exercise science. I either want to be a sports medicine doctor, a nurse, or a PA, a physician assistant. So,
that's a good way to think ahead, man. Because sometimes things don't always work out, but I'm more than believable you're gonna make it to the league, bro. Because they look at talent. They look at talent. They don't look at other guys who are just undervalued. When they watch your tape, I'm pretty sure they can look at you as an NFL caliber.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Like if Turbin can make it into the league, if Matt Breda can make it to the league, then I'm pretty sure you have a big chance.
Anybody can make it, man. And that's why I want to prove to the young cats that have people telling them no, like, man, if I can make it, y'all can make it. And that's why I'm gonna keep preaching that.
So what would be the best advice for somebody like you who's been in this situation? What would be the best advice for them?
Go to God, pray to God, give him the glory, and ask him to help you with faith and meet him halfway. Meet God halfway. That's important. Work at everything you do, off the field, on the field, classroom included. Because classrooms go to get you there. There's so many guys that's not playing because of grades. It's bad. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah. I mean, just speaking from experience, man, you've been there and done it. So I would think the best advice for them is to be themselves and continue what they're doing. So don't give up on the dream, is what you would say, right?
Man, be yourself, man. Don't be like nobody. Don't be like these rappers, man. Don't be like any people you see them, man. Be you. You know what I'm saying? Like I like anime. I might be weird. I like anime. I might be weird to other people, but I don't care because like I'm being me and people like that.
You
Like
got to be yourself. And
you
yeah.
gotta be yourself.
So are you kind of into wrestling or not really?
I used to be
Oh,
Rey
you used to be?
Mysterio and John Cena.
Okay. So you used to be into it. So not so much.
Yeah, because I remember playing the game with my cousin. I'm like, John Cena, you know what I'm saying, with doing this and stuff.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, I used to love it, man. That was my thing back in the day.
I mean, that's something to throw out there, just randomly, because I would think since you would do some trash shot, those are what the wrestlers do too. Yeah, they do that
Definitely.
kind of stuff. They do it
Definitely.
like off of like how some football players do trash talk. They do it off of the wrestling promo stuff sometimes.
Yeah, especially John Cena, you know he do like you can't see me and
Mhm.
all the crowd say it. They go from belt to the belt and then he
Or the one where he was
no,
like
yeah.
or the one where he was a bad guy. He would always do these little promos like as a rapper, kind of like he was Eminem or
Hmm.
something.
Yeah, I mean, especially when he played when he fought Undertaker. That was back in the day. Everybody's like, oh my god, they finna fight. Yeah, man, that
Yeah,
that was some
yeah,
times for sure. Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Yeah, for sure. So, hey man, we've been having a great time, man. Whatever your journey is, whatever the team you go for, man, I'm definitely rooting for you. Hopefully, make a great, successful career for yourself, man. Thank you for your time, and tell
Yes,
everybody
sir.
where they can find your social media platform.
Oh yeah, my Twitter Hicks for six with the number six at the end, and then my Instagram is Hicks for six, like but the word, all the words, like the word six, Hicks for six. That was my social media platforms for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. And for all those guys that want to know who he is, his name is Sam Hicks. Go check out his video, his highlight videos. He had like a 90-yard run against North Dakota State, but one of his best games was like over against Utah Tech, where he had like 200 yards with 12 yards of carry. Dude, this guy is like the big time draft sleeper that somebody needs to pay attention to.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah,
Appreciate that. Thank
oh,
you so much.
oh yeah, anytime, man. Thank you guys for tuning in, and as always, see y'all later.